Y'all, so who the fuck did I marry? The fact that I related so much to that video is just mind blowing. I did not meet my mate or the person I'm talking about on social media or anything. Um, but it was a very quick marriage and a very quick union, a lot of love bombing and a whole lot of lying. And I just was like watching her video and I was just like, yo, I feel grateful in the sense that I went through it the way that I went through it because it just wasn't that deep. Not it wasn't as deep as her for sure. It just wasn't that deep. But that guy is absolutely crazy. And that is so freaking scary because you wouldn't know what to expect from a personality like that. And I relate to that so much because I did not know what to expect in my situation. Yeah, so I was in a very long relationship with the person that I'm speaking on. And it was just like so crazy. It was just the manipulation, the confusion, the me losing my freaking mind because I could not figure out what the heck was going on. I couldn't tell what was up and what was down. The gaslighting. I mean, it just was really, really bad. But it definitely wasn't bad as Risa or Nessa. I forget her name. I didn't catch her name because I was watching her videos through someone else's page. But the who the fuck did I marry person, I'm just like, so I feel for her so much. Girl, and I know that she has the same gratitude. Yeah, no one wants to go through what a bad situation. Nobody wants to experience negativity or experience the world in that way. But when we do, if we do get a, I want to say, get the opportunity, but no, if we do have those types of experiences, we tend to grow for them like exponentially. And I could see her growth. I could see her growth. And we learn from our mistakes or whatever, but our mistakes can be so hard. They are so like challenging just to make some of these mistakes. But how bad is it to make a mistake with a liar after things are pointing to you that okay, that's weird, this is weird, this is, and it's so hard as a woman to talk about this stuff. It's so hard to be like, you know what, this is what I went through, because I haven't talked about my relationship. I have wanted to share some things, but then it's not even that important to even share. But since she has shared, that kind of opens the door for me to kind of share a little bit about my situation, in the sense that he was an extreme narcissist and he was lying all the time. And I was being manipulated and gaslit, and he was able to turn things around that were happening inside the relationship and make it seem like that I was the one that was tripping. Something was wrong with me for even reacting the way I was reacting or feeling the way that I was feeling or saying what it was that I might have said. And that just, I just appreciate you so much for making that video, girl. I just appreciate you so much for making that video. But I hate that that happened to you. I'm grateful for what happened to me. Some positive things came out of it. A lot of positive things came out of it. So I'm grateful for it. But it is still just because the not liar never comes clean. The person who's doing the negativity never says that that's what they're doing. And for some reason, I have this want inside of me for him to admit that he did some of these things, or admit that he said some of these things, or admits things that happened, because I'm still dealing with them, kind of, because of the lie, because everyone still knows the lies. Everyone still knows I'm sure they don't care. No one thinks about it. But the fact that that was the narrative is just, I wish that I could just rewrite and tell my own narrative about the situation, because I didn't speak a lot about what was going on. he spoke a whole lot about what was going on. So it was always from his perspective because he was always saying something to someone else about what was going on in our relationship. And I didn't even know he was talking about it, honestly. I didn't, and I was too embarrassed to kind of say what it was that I was going through, so I wasn't really talking about it either. So his narrative kind of took precedence over the situation, and I would correct it if ever I heard something about his narrative. I would correct it, but by that time it's just like I just hate that I allowed someone in my life that could be that way and that could have that much negativity and that much of a lying spirit that it would affect someone else negatively. And you know that it's affecting someone else negatively, but you're so caught up in yourself, you're so selfish that you don't even care. What the other person is going through doesn't even matter to you. What matters to you is what you're saying and what your narrative is and your lies. This person lied to me saying that he had this established life and he was doing these things with his life and all that, and he eventually came clean about the lies and stuff. But I don't know. I was just like, oh, I appreciate that you came clean. I appreciate that you told me the truth and, all these different things. And then I started to notice that, like, okay, you lie about stuff that's unnecessary to lie about. Like, you're lying just for lying's sake, or you're lying just because you want a story, or you're just lying for no reason. And I couldn't respect him because of it. I couldn't respect him because of the lying and the manipulation and the way he kind of dealt with life. It was just so oh my god. But I lost a whole lot of respect for him, which caused like the relationship to like finally start going downhill. It was already downhill. It was already rocky and shaky. But I just lost so much respect that it was no repairing after a certain point. And he even said after a long time, he was just like, it's too late. I already lost you. But he knew that he lost me because he knew he was never going to change. He knew that that's just the way we waited for years and years and years for a possible change and for a realization and like, okay, I get it. I get what you're saying. Okay, yeah, like let me work on that. Let me think about that. Let me take that into myself. Whatever. And it just never worked. It never worked. At the end of the day, I would have needed to change something else to accommodate his behavior in our lives. And I just couldn't do it. I had changed so many things about how I was moving and how I was living. And I became a better person in this relationship. That's why I really appreciate it. Because became a better person. I knew myself a whole lot better. I knew what I liked and what I didn't like and what I would take and what I wouldn't take. And just I learned so much about myself. So there is the gratitude part. But guys, I have no idea what's going on, but there is something going on with these men. I mean, I wouldn't say that it's all of y'all or all men, but it's pretty pervasive. It's running rampant out here. Something's going on. I don't know what happened to y'all, but fix it. Because we be trying to fix our stuff. Just fix it. Go to therapy. See what is wrong with you. Ask some questions. Be curious about other people's perspective on your own life. I promise it can help. I promise it will help. Try it.